Hi folks out there in YouTube land, this is John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods, and this is another installment video of our new inventory. And today we're actually going to go over this very nice car here sitting behind me here. This is a 1968 Chevrolet Camaro. Now this car here, obviously as we can see, this is done in the Grotto blue exterior paint. Of course it has those white stripes up over that hood and continuing on over the deck lid on the car, which we'll see as we walk around the car. We're just going to do our walk around here, point out everything that we're seeing here on the car, look inside the car, and then we'll eventually get it on the lift for you. So in this car here, you'll notice we do have the 350 emblems on the front fender. That is in fact what is in this car for the engine. We'll come back to that here in a little bit. It is not the numbers match motor though, but it is in fact a 350. As we walk back, we notice it does have all of our fender trim here. So you got the wheel well moldings on it. You do have the molding down along the bottom rocker of the car also. All of those are in great condition. We have the Camaro script up here on the front fender as well as the SS emblems. And again, all of those emblems are in great shape. All of our trim work, the bright work on this car, when you look at up over the around the windows here, like around your rain gutter areas, all of your trim down the windows, all of that's in really good condition. Mirror, the chrome and so forth on that, you don't see any pitting there. The glass is in great shape too on the mirror, as well as on our door handles. Again, no pitting there. Those are in great shape. Now you'll notice the panel fitment and alignment on this car, all very good. All of your body lines and so forth, those are all lined up as about as perfect as what you can get on a vehicle like this. Gaps, very uniform, top to bottom, front to back on the car. As we're going through this, we're going to take a look at the glass. Glass is all in great shape too. There's no chips or cracks in our driver's side window, as well as the quarter window back here. Now let's go ahead and take a look inside the car. Again, the interior looks like it's been very well taken care of through the years. It is a blue interior. You can see it's got the front bucket seats, all blue. So it's blue door panels, blue carpeting, blue dash, everything, headliner and so forth. The dash is in great shape. You've got all the original factory gauges in it, your speedo and your fuel gauge in the dash. You also have that automatic center console with that horseshoe shifter. It's just got the AM radio, of course your heater controls with that little bit of wood grain trim in there as well. You'll also notice in this car, it does have all of the seat belts. Now your door panels, again, these are in excellent condition for this car here. You won't see any rips or tears on it, especially at your armrest areas. You get a lot of wear and tear on these through the years, and these you can see no cracks or splitting whatsoever on any of that stuff. So all looks good on the interior. Now as far as our weather stripping, that is all in great shape too. It looks to be in great shape, almost maybe brand new here maybe. There's no rips or tears on any of it. All of your door bumpers are present, and again your seals up around your windows, those are all in great shape. We'll close that and we'll go around the rest of the car here. Again, all those wheel well trim moldings. We do have for wheels and tires on this car, all steel 15-inch rally wheels, and these are complete with your beauty rings and center caps. The rubber on these are all BFGoodrich Radial TAs. Up front we have 225/60 R15s, and then on the back 245/60 R15s. As we come around the back, our chrome on our bumpers is in great condition. No pitting. I don't see any scratching really on the car. It looks really, really good. Tail lights, the lenses, as well as the bezels, those are all in good shape. So all of that bright work looks good. Lenses, no chips or cracks in any of those. You'll notice on our Camaro we do have the rear trunk spoiler here, and we have the Camaro script on the trunk lid itself. Again, we have those white stripes back here matching the front hood, and then you can see our gaps around our trunk as well as our glass in the rear window, and all the trim work around that is all in great condition on this car. Let's go ahead and open our trunk lid up. Now you'll notice as I put the key in, we also have that SS gas cap there too. So it's got all the SS emblems and so forth on it. Now underneath the hood here, underneath the trunk I should say, painted the same Grotto blue as the rest of the car. All of your weather stripping all the way around the trunk here is in great shape. No rips or tears. It comes together right here in the center. All of your rain gutters on the sides here are all in excellent shape. You do have the spare tire in here. The trunk floor itself is in great condition. There's no patching or anything in here. Trunk spackle paint inside. You do have the jack and the lug wrench underneath the spare tire as well. And that's pretty much it for your trunk. Again, just really good condition on this car. Closes up nice and easy. Walk around the passenger side now. The quarter panels, nice and straight on the car. All of the metal is very nice and straight. Again, we come to the point where we can see our gaps around our doors. Again, very uniform, top to bottom, front to back. Elevations all line up on the car there with the quarters and the fenders. Glass again over here on the passenger side in great shape. No chips, cracks, scratches whatsoever. Neither on the door glass nor on that quarter window glass. And as I said on the other side there, all of our trim work around these windows, around the rain gutters, everything's nicely done there. Nice trim work, nice bright work. And your rain gutters are nice and smooth all the way through there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the interior from this side. Again, just kind of taking a look from a different angle so that you can see the overall condition of the interior. No cracks on the dash, no rips or tears in any of the seat upholstery there. Everything looks good. Oh, and then you'll notice it does have the factory steering wheel too. It does have an SS horn button in there as well. So that is pretty much our interior. We'll close this up. And then we'll continue towards the front. So you'll see we do have the fender mounted antenna. Now this is kind of like a telescoping antenna. You can raise it up or put it down if you want to, so it's not just hanging up there super high. All of your matching emblems on the car, Camaro SS emblems on the fenders, 350 up at the front of the fender. We come around to the front end of the car now. So what we have here, you'll see that black grille with the SS emblems in the grille. Traditional sealed beam lights there for your high and low beams. You do have your turn signals up here as well. Again, all the lenses, no cracks or chips on any of it. Chrome front bumper, looks great condition here also. Up on our header panel, we got the Camaro script emblem. Then you'll notice we've got our 2-inch steel Cowl induction hood with the white stripes up over it. Again, you can see the gaps all the way around the hood. The hood fits great. The windshield, trim work all the way around it, all looks very good. Even your windshield wiper arms and blades are all in great shape on this car. Now we'll go ahead and open up our works there. There we go, on a 68. Okay. So as we open the hood, kind of a neat little effect they have on the inside here. On your underside of your hood, they have mirrors here. So when you raise it up, you're able to see all the work that's been put into the motor there and how nice everything looks. Of course, you've got your chrome fender struts here. You've got the chrome Edelbrock valve covers, chrome air cleaner, as well as a chrome alternator and alternator bracket on this car. So as we said before, this is in fact a 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine. It is not the original motor for the car, but very good running motor though on this particular vehicle. Transmission, we do have a Powerglide automatic transmission, and it shifts very nice. It works very good out on the road. We have the aluminum intake on this. We have an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor. It does have the electric choke on it. It does have an HEI ignition in it also, so that's going to be a little better than your stock style ignitions. You've got the exhaust manifolds, which a lot of people still use those today because they seal up so much better and easier than what headers sometimes do. You do have power brakes on this car. You've got power steering on it as well. There are disc brakes up front, drums on the rear. And that's pretty much it as far as the whole drive line and the exterior of the car goes. So as you can see, you know, it's got a little bit of room under the hood there if you wanted to maybe add in some like air conditioning and so forth for cruising around on hot summer nights. You can always do that. Now, just because it doesn't have it here doesn't mean that we can't put it on for you. So that brings me to what I want to say next, and that is if there's anything that you're thinking that you would like to have installed on any car that we have here, not just this one, but any one that you might be watching a video on, just be sure to pick up the phone, give us a call, shoot us an email or a text. Let us know what it is you're wanting to have added to that car. We'll be more than happy to get you an estimate on that and let you know exactly what we can do it for and see if that interests you. Now, as far as our prices and so forth, if you look on our sites, we list all of our retail prices for most cars. That is going to also include free shipping anywhere within the contiguous 48 states, as well as a 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. I believe we are the only ones in the industry that does that for you. So you can always, if you have any questions on any of those, definitely feel free to reach out. We'll go over that too. But as for the car itself, we're all done with the exterior. We're going to take it to our lift next, get it up in the air, show you the complete underside, and then we'll fire that motor up and let you hear what it sounds like. Okay, so we got our 1968 Grotto Blue Chevy Camaro here on the lift. So as we always do, we're going to go through everything here from the underside, go over the drive line, the running gear, steering, suspension, braking, wheels, tires, frame, floors, and all of the lines underneath here, just to see or to show you folks exactly what we have underneath here and the condition of everything. So starting at the front here, let's go over we'll go over the suspension, the running gear up front while we're here. So the suspension is pretty much all factory here on our 68 Camaro. We do have a sway bar up front, runs across here. Your frame mounts are all in good shape. Your sway bar end links up in here, those are all in good shape too. All the bushings on all of this stuff, the bearings, ball joints, tie rods, that stuff has all been checked out and all in good condition. Now, as far as the rest of our suspension, we do have the regular, just the stamped steel suspension components, your upper and lower A-arms, of course your tie rods here, also your drag length, all of that stuff is in good condition. That's pretty much your suspension, just, you know, stock style shocks and the coil springs in the buckets here. As far as the braking components go, this is a power brake car, so we have disc brakes up front. We'll have drums out on the rear that we'll take a look at whenever we get there. But nothing too fancy there. It's all components. You can go to your local auto parts store and buy your pads and all that stuff, rotors and such, whenever you need to. As far as the steering, it is a power steering car too. Wheels and tires, these are going to be all 15-inch steel rally wheels. All 4 corners here, 15-inch. They are complete with the beauty rings and the center caps. And then as far as the rubber that's mounted on those, these are all going to be BFGoodrich Radial TAs, very popular tire. It's a good performing tire too. Up front, we've got two 25/60 R15s. And then, of course, out on the back, a little different sizer, two 45/60 R15s back there, just to give it a little bit better looking stance per se. As far as the drive line goes back through here, we do have a 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet motor. This is a non-numbers match motor. Right behind that, we have the Powerglide automatic transmission. Now, our oil pan on the transmission, as well as the trans pan here, you can see everything is super dry on this car. As we're standing here, we can also see, of course, our exhaust system, the start of it. It starts with our exhaust manifolds up at the motor, comes back into your dual exhaust here, as you can see. It's nice and tucked in up here, as close to the drive test as you can get. And then, of course, it's got those tube-style mufflers, and then we'll look at those tailpipes when we get back there also. As far as your subframe and your floors right here in this section, everything all looks good. The subframe's nice and straight. Your body mount bushings and everything, those are all in good shape too. The floors, don't see any patching or anything. You know, probably is the original floors and so forth, which are in very good shape on this car. All of your brake lines, fuel lines and such, all run down the side of the car here, right next to the pinch weld. You have them over here too. And it does have, of course, your tranny lines. Let's go there. Tranny lines, those with these older cars are very synonymous with having some leaks there. This car is nice and dry there, so nothing on any of those lines. And of course, you do have your flywheel cover there too to, you know, keep any dirt, debris from kicking up off the road and possibly chipping a tooth off your flywheel. The output seal on your transmission, on the tail shaft, that's in good condition. Your transmission cross member is nice and straight, and the tail shaft mount is in great shape on the car. Of course, our drive shaft here, this is going to be a balanced unit. It is weighted, so that's going to help eliminate any drive line vibrations that you may feel. And then of course we've got the rear end here on the car as well. This is a GM 10-bolt rear end. It is a POSI unit inside on an 8 1/4 inch ring gear. You can see the cover here on the back, nice and dry around your seals here, gaskets and everything on your rear end housing here. Also, your brake lines all run along that rear housing there, nice and neat, going out to those rear drum brakes, of course. And then your e-brake cables, everything is all hooked up from the front to the back, all the correct J-hooks, frame hooks, all that stuff, all the way back right to your drums here. Of course, the rear suspension, you can see here, it's got the Monoleaf rear suspension, and it does have a set of air shocks on the back. That does make it nice for everybody out there that wants to maybe adjust the ride height on the back of the car and adjust the stance. Simply done by just putting an air hose to it, airing it up if you want to raise it, letting some air out if you want to lower it. Your fuel tank back here, it is in great shape. You can see no dents or dings in that fuel tank. Of course, it's, you know, sprayed the same black that the rest of the car is underneath here. I had mentioned we do have these tube style mufflers with the tailpipes that go up over top of the rear end housing, and then they exit out between your leaf spring and the quarter panel. And on this particular car, they've gone ahead and put a set of chrome exhaust tips back there just to kind of help finish off the look. As I mentioned before, these tires are the BFGoodrich Radial TAs, 245/60 R15s on the back of the car. So that's pretty much it. I mean, from what we can see of the floor, especially up here in the trunk area, everything is good and solid. No patches whatsoever that I can see. Everything looks great. Like I said, subframes, the dog legs up over the rear end here, everything looks to be in really good condition on this car. So with that said, we'll go ahead and lower it down, pop the hood on it, and then we're going to go ahead and fire that motor up so you can get to hear what that 350 sounds like.